It's Monday. Time for the main event. You know what that means. Time for another Flex Zone podcast episode. A milestone episode. Just realizing it as I speak to you guys. Episode 450. Keeping it swifty. A big week that has passed. An earth-shattering announcement in the world of politics. We'll talk about it. Ravens training camp is underway. John Harbaugh, he's talking heavy about his QB1, two-time reigning MVP. We'll talk about that as well. The WNBA All-Star game, it was fantastic. We'll recap it and look forward to the second half of that season and then on break. We'll take a look at the Olympics. What are we looking forward to with that? We look at some potential breaking trade potential that could happen in the NFL at the wide receiver position. A certain team down 95 may be interested in a number one caliber receiver. Of course, we got to talk about the media rights still with the NBA. Where will they go? Where will they be after next season? And of course, we get goofy with Cravante, baby. And we love our list. We got to talk about those 100 top athletes of the 2000s. Who's number one? We'll let you know. Stay tuned. Who's your number one? Vote on the poll. And make sure you guys super kick that subscribe button, like or bomb that like button, backdrop that bell. It's episode 450. We see you in the chat. It's Monday. Let's start the week off the right way.
In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken.
More anticipated than the biggest potential Marvel movie coming out this week. As of Raj, it is already trending on X, so you might want to start that 0 Dark 30 now. Deadpool and Wolverine. It's the Flex Zone podcast, fellas. Only place giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Episode 450, fellas. 450 episodes. And we keep giving you the hottest sports talk in all the universe. It is the Flex Zone podcast. Again, episode 450. We're talking NBA. We're talking WNBA, Olympics, NFL, and all the stuff in between as we do each and every week. And we're talking even a little political talk, even here on the Flex Zone. We do it all. The Flex Zone podcast. And of course, we get goofy with Cravante a little later. The FlexZone1@gmail.com, Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1, and the Flex Zone podcast on. Make sure you check us out on that TikTok as well. It is the Flex Zone podcast. Make sure you throw your ones up and acknowledge the head of the sports podcast table. And it is the Flex Zone's house. But I don't want to waste any time. We got a lot to get into. People are filing in. It's episode 450. We're going to give you what we do best. It's a three-man weave, Cravante. And what do we always say when it's just us three?
Don't touch that ball, better not touch the floor.
That's right. And leading things off, he is a social media producer. He is still the man who makes the streams pristine, just like that white Nike shirt he's got on. Just like Team USA with his boy LeBron leading him to victory yet again. It is the man who makes this possible on the social media. He does a great job as always. The one and only Big Raj.
Finish him, Daddy.
No bread, no water, just me. That's one big son of a bitch!
Go Google it.
Yes, 450 episodes. You can Google them.
That's right. Google all 450. We're back in the house. Major news as always. You know, we got to thank Joe Biden and, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. They've been giving us a lot of, of things to talk about this off season, bro. It's been crazy. It's been wild. Can't wait to get into it.
This next man, he makes the voice of reason look easy for 450 episodes. He has been the Commandalorian. He has been the senior producer. He has been the co-patriarch, the co-founder, along with our good brother Dre, who we still don't know where he's at. But he's wearing black. But some big things could be cooking for his Commanders. And I just like to think that this song may even help get the deal done.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders. Commanders.
I'll tell
Well,
you,
no,
man.
that's goofy.
Yeah.
Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, jam.
That's right.
Stupid. Just stupid.
Yeah, man. I hope we gotta get rid of this song or revamp it or something. Cause God dog it. But the new regime gotta put their stamp on this. But y'all gonna play it out. I know, I get it now. I got it. Y'all gonna play it no matter what. Now, maybe when we start winning, maybe I might get in the groove, but god damn it, not now. Another Monday night. 450. Congratulations, brothers. It's been a great journey, and I'm looking forward to the ride continuing. We don't know where Dre out somewhere, probably having a good time, I'm sure. Enjoying his birthday festivities still. And yeah, Raj is right, guys. How is politics holding this together? I don't know. I don't understand it, but we will talk about it, and I probably will talk about it in Goofies as well.
Well, let's get to it. Let's not waste any time. Make sure you guys, if you're in the chat, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell. It helps us out tremendously. Let YouTube know you like what the Flex Zone is doing. You want to see more of it. And vote on the poll. Who is your number one athlete from the 2000s? We'll recap the list a little later. I'm sure that will be an interesting conversation. As I was preparing for the show, I did want to talk about that as well. But let's get to it. It was announced a little bit over 24 hours ago that President Joe Biden will not seek re-election. He has dropped out of the presidential race. He has officially endorsed Kamala Harris, his current vice president, for the presidential nomination for the Democratic Party, which, ironically, the convention is coming up in Chicago, of all places. And that will be coming up soon. So we'll see if the nomination is approved. We got a lot of votes coming in today endorsing Vice President Harris. And I do have the letter here. I want to read it real quick for those who may not have seen it, but we'll make sure we get you the information. But from the desk of Joseph R. Biden Jr. on July 21st, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we've made progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. Debatable. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than where we are today. I know none of this could be done without you, the American people. Today, we overcome a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We protected and preserved our democracy, and we revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it may not be my intention to not seek re-election, I believe it is the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, I express my deepest gratitude for all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all of this work. Let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you placed in me. I believe today what we always have. There is nothing America can do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Raj, Joe Biden, he gone.
He gone. Oh man, such a riveting letter. Not sure if he wrote it or not, but
No, he did not. I'm pretty sure.
It's such a tearjerker. But yeah, man. I saw this coming. I saw this coming a while back. I don't know why they waited until the last minute to get him up out of there. I mean, we've been seeing Joe over these past couple years. What the world?
I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I'm trying to see for the people who watching may not be able to. There we go. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
That's wild.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, you just messed my train of thought up.
I'm sorry. I had to put it on.
Jesus, man, take that off the screen, yo.
I'm sorry.
That's some Eminem type stuff.
That's more believable that he wrote that.
Yeah, well, that he could have wrote. But yeah, man. We've seen this coming. Joe has not been, right for the last couple years. Like I said, he's been, falling downstairs, forgetting things, blubbering and blabbering in interviews, and it all came ahead to that debate between him and Donald Trump, a month ago. And I mean, ever since it was like the whole country saw it. It was like, oh my goodness, we cannot get behind this guy because he's pretty much, 81 years old, and his age is showing it. And I to be honest with you, I hated that they did that to him. I thought they should have never did that. They should have never put him on the stage to begin with. They knew Joe was struggling with things, and it's like what Van Jones says, like seeing your grandfather go out there, trying to do something, but he can't do it no more like he used to do it. And and the whole country saw it, so it was just embarrassing, man. And then for the past month, they've been dragging this dude throughout the media, and it's just, it wasn't a good look. It really wasn't. But finally, Joe is going to be sitting down after, I think, January, when whoever takes the presidency from him. So I kind of am happy that he's getting up out of there, because it's been time. It's been time for him to leave. Now, as far as everything else, as far as his presidency is concerned, I mean, I can't judge it. I can't judge it right now. We'll see what the ramifications are once he's gone. I know he did some good things and some bad things, according to what people, according to who you talk to, But I'm just glad that it's over for him at this point, because I did not want to see him, try to go through this with Trump, and he just, not in his right mind half of the time.
Go ahead, Gramonte.
I agree with Raj 1,000%. This was prolonged. Biden had been showing signs that he wasn't all there a while back, like probably halfway through his term. It's like, I see why they call him Sleepy Joe. Because he just wasn't. He wasn't always there, and fumbling, bumbling over words. Like the presidency, the president is supposed to be the leader of the people, the free world, and all that. And you can't look crazy up there, because we are still very, even though I'm sure internationally folks have caught up, not just in basketball, but in economy. But people still look to us like, all right, that's still the United States. That's still USA. But we looking real crazy right now, because the guy running the country now is not really fit to run the country. And it's funny, because the guy before him wasn't fit to run the country. Oh, and look, the guy that's going to run after him, that probably has a good chance of winning, is not fit to run the country either. So it's only right that President Joe Biden, and his council come together and say, hey, we are not the best candidate, and let's bow out. Now, naturally, I think it was only natural that, like, dang, Kamala Harris is next. Vice President Kamala Harris is next. Listen, I'm not that well versed in politics. Haven't seen no girl. Haven't seen no girl. I'm not saying she doing nothing. I'm just saying I haven't seen her, haven't heard from her, haven't heard what was she doing out here in the streets. I haven't heard much. So it's like we have to now. But look, it's like, but Trump is on the other side. So, oh boy.
Yeah, just go ahead, Cravante, because I just a lot. I'm just picking up stuff as I put it in.
You're clearly just picking a lot of stuff as you're putting it in.
Hey man,
I'm just saying, Kamala Harris coming to the game in the basically mid to the end of July, and she's supposed to save us. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, save democracy, the Democratic Party. I don't know about us because I don't think she's gonna save us, but she's supposed to save the Democratic Party.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna sit here and tell a lie on this YouTube streets, but I ain't feeling this, man.
None of it, bro.
I'm not feeling.
I seen that.
I am not feeling this. I don't support her, bro. I just don't. Mamala has, like you said, has been nowhere to be found half of the time. When she was running for president in 2020, did she not call Joe Biden a racist? And now all of a sudden now Joe is, the greatest, the president that ever had took the office.
President.
I think she said that
ever had president.
Yes. I think she said that. I mean, I cannot take her seriously, bro. I just can't. And if you look up some of the stuff that she's did in the past, you'll see there's a lot of inconsistencies with her character and what she stands for. So I'm not going to get, all into that. I'll let y'all do the research, but I think this is goofy. The fact that she's running, I get it. I mean, she is the vice president, so of course they want her to be, the next in line. But I just don't. I mean, this is so last minute. This is so last minute. It's like a typical. It's like a typical. You know where I'm going with this. So I'm not going to say it, but it's like a typical. When we late to the party, it's like the party starts at around like 9 o'clock. We don't get there till like 1 o'clock in the morning half the time. This
Black people.
Exactly.
Color people time.
Yes. This is how this feels. This whole process feels like color people time for real. And this is so ridiculous, man. It really is. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. That Democratic convention next month, if you thought the Republican one was lit, this one's gonna be hilariously funny. I can't wait to see who's invited. Are we gonna get DL Hughley?
Oh, Brandon Scott is going to be there. He isn't going to be in attendance. He's one of the delegates apparently that is going to, have the little card and read it off. I think he's going to be doing
Okay, so our good friend Brandon Scott, a mayor of Baltimore, will be in attendance. I'm pretty sure Westmore will be there.
Got to.
Yeah, got to be there. Got to be there. DL Hughley will probably be there. Charlemagne the God probably be in the house. Cardi B might show up. Who knows? Sexy Red might go in there and start, dancing for Drake. Well, not Drake, but Drake and Dre. Both. She might do both. But it's gonna be hilarious, man. It's going to be funny. Now I will say this. Even though I'm being you is stupid tonight, boy. You is stupid tonight.
Wait about everybody. Hi, kids. Hey, yo, I love Toy Story, yo. Who was he fooling, bro? But he was kind of getting them a little bit. Like, that's like the American people was on the other side. He was getting them for a little bit until he showed it. But
in all seriousness, even though I do not think Kamala's going to win, if she is the nominee, even though I don't think she's going to win, I think she will make it competitive more so than what Biden would have done. Only because one, she can talk. She definitely can. She knows how to debate very well. I'll give her that. And two, I mean, the women, of course, they're going to fall in line with her. Especially our sisters. They're going to fall in line with her. They already have. They're donating all the money to her right now. So that's just going to happen.
I think what 80 million in 24 hours.
Yes, 80 million is crazy in like 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they could have cured homelessness if they was going to do all of that.
Ended hunger.
Ended hunger, world hunger, but
Gave everybody a nice check.
yes.
World hunger. We got to win presidency, guys.
But I believe that Mamala, as they call her, she's definitely gonna keep it close. She'll keep the seat warm for whoever runs next in 2028 for the Democratic Party. Hopefully by then they'll actually have a legit candidate that runs, other than Kamala Harris and some of these other cronies. But we shall see. But this whole process, like I said before, has been extremely goofy, only because they knew that Biden was his faculties was leaving him as the years was going on, and they had nobody really to go out there and take his spot. So now they got to do this last minute thing with Kamala Harris, and it just looks desperate. It looks weak, and it looks saying goofy, as my man Gravante would say. So
No.
Oh, this is exactly what they did, Byron. That's exactly what they did. They took old Yeller to the shed and they pulled the trigger. So yeah, man.
I'll give you the last word.
X, I believe. Maybe Byron could probably find it of them calling her Mama. I'm serious. It's goofy.
I don't have much else. I agree. This is the entire process is absolutely goofy. And the Democratic Party did not do themselves any favors. I'm sure everybody was well aware that Trump is coming back in one way, shape, or form. He's coming back. And they should have, at the same time as pushing Biden, try to groom somebody else. That's just forward thinking. That's being proactive. But as we all know, politics can be very reactive. And that's why we are where we are. When you fail to prepare, we are preparing to fail. And that's what the Democratic Party has done and continuing to do. But Raj, you hit the nail on the head. This thing about to be crazy. Like up in Chicago, the convention about to be crazy. I can't it's I've never heard of, outside of when Obama was in office, where like the Democratic National Convention is like must-see TV. You know what I'm saying? Or either one for that matter.
I watched the RNC. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched it. I watched most of it. It was very interesting, bro. Indeed,
bro. What was the guy? Dana White?
Dana White introduced Trump, and then there you had Hogan there. He was flexing, brother.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yo, when I turned it on, it was live. The guy was having he was having a concert. He looked like he was having a concert. I don't know who this
Kid Rock was there.
Okay.
Man, it's Kid Rock. You remember Kid Rock back in the day?
Hey man, listen, brother. He was like, he had that thing rocking, and I'm like, yo, this junk crazy. Oh, look.
Go and play that real quick. Go and play that real quick.
I got you.
Happened last week when they took a shot at my hero.
Hero is strong. Hero is strong.
They tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania.
There you go.
America great again.
And that's why this is good. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hey, bro. This is goofy.
Oh man, you You know how much fun I had the other night, bro? I almost fell off the Stairmaster watching that, man. I was like, this fool right here is doing extremely too much. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Good old
Happened
Hawkster.
last week. When they
Any
took a
final
shot
thoughts, fellas?
and
It's
my
just
hero
interesting just seeing him put the damn shirt of himself on it. Then he rips it off.
killed
Like, come on, man.
the next president of the United
Yeah.
The final thoughts is this, bro.
was enough.
We in for a wild ride. I am so glad both of my trips are before November, because after November, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, because you already know how people are. I'm trolling my behind off on Facebook and Instagram. I'm trolling like a mug right now, and people will get real pissed off with me because and I don't care, but it's funny to me. But people get so sensitive, man, about politics, and whoever you're gonna vote for. If you're gonna vote for Kamala, if you're gonna vote for Trump, just remember, make sure it's your pick that you want to pick, and not somebody convincing you. Do your research, do your homework, and stay safe in these streets because people are insane. Literally, I said that last week, but truly, they are insane when it comes to stuff like this.
Well said, Raj. Well said. We'll put a pin in it there. I'm sure we'll be talking about that a lot more in the days, weeks, and months to come. But let's get to some interesting comments. I see Miss Sharon in the chat. I see Mark in the chat. We had some
Some
comments.
engravings in the chat as
Yes,
well.
and what a perfect way. Engraving, congratulations, my brother. We want to personally congratulate you on a new addition to your family, man. Big shout out to Engraving. Thank you for showing love, and it's appropriate that you came in the building as we get ready for a Ravens topic. And look who's in this picture, the one and only Lamar Jackson, who I actually woke up to this today hearing about it because I really didn't hear too much about it earlier. Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh says that Lamar Jackson can be the greatest quarterback in NFL history. And yeah, I don't really know what to go. Let me get the quote. Let me get the official quote.
He said, let me get the quote.
Yeah. Basically, and I quote, the vision that we have together is that Lamar Jackson is going to become known and be recognized as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play in the history of the National Football League. And then let's see, we go down. He told the Associated Press, that's the vision. It's going to happen by Lamar's work ethic and brilliant talent, by all of us pouring into that effort together as a team, teamwork, and by the grace of God and God's will. That's how it's going to happen. And I believe we've already seen it. All right, guys. Rod, you want to tackle this first? I mean, Cavante's shaking his head. I know Rod, you didn't really like the comments too much.
bro, I don't know. I saw that comment this morning, man, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing for real? Like, why would you say that? No, don't get me wrong. I know you're trying to defend Lamar. I know you love Lamar. We love Lamar. Lamar is a fantastic quarterback, 2-time MVP, and all that. He's great. Don't get me wrong. He is great. But, bro, y'all didn't win last year, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all didn't win the Super Bowl last year. Did they win the Super Bowl last year, Byron, Cavante?
No.
Did they even make it to the Super Bowl last year?
Close, but no.
Have they been to the Super Bowl since 2012? 2012,
Go Google
2013?
it.
No, they did.
I don't believe so. So I don't understand how, one, Lamar can be the greatest quarterback of all time when he doesn't even have a ring yet. And two, how many playoff games have you won since you won the Super Bowl? 2, 3, maybe? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, man? Like, you're giving more credence to what a lot of these goofies on these media platforms come at you with, like the First Takes, the Stephen A. Smiths, who spoke today and had a lot of strong things to say about John Harbaugh.
No.
And then you have the goofies over there at Fox. You do the big nose. I can't think of his name. Nick Wright. Yeah, his goofy behind. He is a goofball. That's not like he's a goofball, like for real, for real. Then you have Emmanuel Acho, who always has a lot of slick stuff to say out of his mouth.
Very true. Very true.
So it's like, bro, it's like, why would you add more ammo to that? And you know they're gonna come after Lamar. Like Lamar's been getting destroyed this entire summer. Like they've been putting him like 4th on the list. They've been putting him 8th on the list. And some people's list, he's not even on the list. I'm like, are you serious? So it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the greatest of all time. I want him to be. I hope he is. I hope he wins multiple 4, 5, 6, 7 Super Bowl rings. I'd be happy as a Ravens fan to have that. But to put that amount of pressure on him, off the bat, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be, the greatest thing ever. He's gonna be the greatest of all time. I'm like, bro, is Patrick Mahomes not playing? Is Patrick Mahomes not playing right now?
You taking the words right.
I just don't understand. I don't get it, man. Like sometimes you gotta watch what you say, because these type of things come back on you tenfold. Like the 31 other teams ain't looking at you. They're looking at you. Do not give other teams bulletin material to come after you. And to me, that's what John Harbaugh did. Now, granted, like I said before, he was definitely defending this guy, which he should do. But you got to be smarter, man, when you say stuff like that. So you can have a Gravante.
Go ahead, Gravante.
That's exactly what I was about to say right there. Like, did Patrick Mahomes retire? Like, and Lamar is great. Lamar is phenomenal. Lamar is very unique in how he plays the quarterback position. He's brought some electricity to the position, and it's an amazing thing to watch as an individual and what he means to the Baltimore Ravens versus when he's not there. He's amazing. Greatest of all time, greatest in history. Well, whatever he said, nah, man. Nah, man. We got guys like once upon a time, Joe Montana. We got guys like Tom Brady, and we got a guy that he lost to in the AFC Championship, and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is that guy right now until dethroned. He's the man right now, and it's nothing against Lamar. It's just Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes could retire right now. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He can retire right now, first ballot Hall of Famer. Not no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Lamar Jackson, I just think that's unnecessary. I'm sorry, Coach Harbaugh. I just think that's unnecessary pressure you're putting on him. And brother, I don't know if he know or not, but Harbaugh is on a hot seat. Well, it may not be hot right now, but it's warm. I think his seat is pretty warm right now. So to try to, I say push this pressure off of him onto Lamar Jackson, I think is a terrible, terrible plan. Lamar now, and we all know it's already enough pressure on him being a black quarterback. That's enough pressure in itself. But now you gave everybody some bulletin board material, like Roger was saying. That's not you don't want to amp nobody up than they already are and started being. I still expect great things from Lamar, but to be the greatest, you got to get to that big bowl game. You got to get to that big bowl game, and you got to get there a few times. You got to get there a few times. Brady been 10 times. 10 times, won 7 of them. Patrick Mahomes been there, four times? And been in the league 8 years. 7, 8 years, whatever. He been in the bowl 4 times and been in the AFC Championship game every year, pretty much. Except for his but that first year we don't count. His first full year, all his 4 years, AFC Championship every year, pencil him in. That's what Lamar Jackson has to lead the Baltimore Ravens to. The AFC Championship. You got to book yourself the AFC Championship being in the bank every year. Pencil that in. Or Lamar Jackson at least being a participant in the AFC Championship every year. Because that's the only way to get to the Super Bowl. You got to get to the AFC Championship first.
Yep.
You gotta get there. You gotta win. You gotta get there. You gotta win. You gotta get there. You gotta win. And I think, coach, I just think that's a lot. I think that's just that's a whole lot of pressure to put on your young black quarterback. But you know, I don't let. Is that Paul Pierce?
Yes.
That is Paul Pierce. I actually like Paul Pierce on Undisputed. He's not bad. He's actually entertaining. He's entertaining.
Well, he'll be by himself because Skip will be leaving by himself after the end of the summer.
Okay, well, there you go. We got breaking news from Miss Sharon.
Oh,
no surprise there with $80 million. No surprise there.
Nope.
Okay, so she finally got Obama's endorsement, huh?
There you go.
Low season endorsement.
There you go. Congrats for $80 million. I'll wait for my percentage in the mail. But I mean, come on, man. How do you guys feel about that? You spoke about the list, Raj. I did want to touch on that a little bit. He was what, number 4, like you mentioned. What's up with that, man? Why are they disrespecting this man like he didn't just win 2 straight MVPs? I could see, I give you Mahomes, but was there anybody else better outside of Lamar last year at the quarterback? Besides, I mean, even Mahomes had a down year, if we're being honest.
No, right. No, you're absolutely right.
I mean, Ron it ain't gonna be this year because he got some weapons. I'm a little worried about that.
That's
offense.
scary. That I saw a glimpse at Kansas City Chiefs training camp. Yep, he threw that bomb to Xavier Worthy. I said, "Oh boy."
You see how he burned that dude that was guarding him?
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then Travis Kelce came up the sideline and did a dance. I said, "Oh boy, here we go! God damn it, here we go!" But no, you're right. Patrick Mahomes, by his standards, did have a down year. And, you know, they were trying to get Brock Purdy the MVP for damn near the whole year, all the way up until the 49ers played the Ravens.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So from the debacle of the 49ers by the Ravens, from that point on, I thought it was Lamar. It was Lamar the whole time, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Patrick Mahomes probably would admit that because ain't many people had the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, let alone winning it, you know, last year. But you know, it is what it is. But the disrespect is always going to be there because he's a unconventional quarterback.
I think I got that clip for you. You got anything, Roger, before we transition? I mean, training camp just started, guys. What is this, day 2?
and Lamar's
yeah,
already.
I think the vets come tomorrow for the Commanders.
Lamar is already out for how long? A week?
What is he, sick again?
Yeah.
We're going to get this man some immune. All that money he can't stay out of the IL, man.
I just hope for the best for Lamar, man. I really do. I do want him to win the Super Bowl because I do think he gets a lot of unfair treatment from the media. Like I said before, they pick on him all the time. He's always a person that they go to first to try to destroy or ridicule or, you know, put down. And then they have these stupid lists, these quarterbacks above him like Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, like they've beaten the hell out of him. I mean, no. To be honest with you, I don't respect any list where he's not number 2 on it. If he should be number 2 after Patrick Mahomes, because 1, he's the MVP of the damn season.
I agree.
And 2, the last person he lost to is the Super Bowl champion, Patrick Mahomes.
Acknowledge me.
Which you should be acknowledging because he is the tribal chief of the NFL. So if Lamar Jackson ain't number 2 on anybody's list, the list is ridiculous and is null and void. So I don't want to hear none of that crap. And I'm sick of like I said, I'm sick of the media talking crap about him. Hopefully Lamar will be able to put a stop to this season. Hopefully. But time will tell. We shall see.
Travis Kelce. Watch Travis Kelce come out. I hope they show it. Look. That's terrifying, yo. Of all things, Patrick Mahomes had arguably the worst wide receiving core in the NFL last year. And
True.
now you give him a speed demon.
That's all he needs is that.
We remember Tyreek Hill, yo. We remember
Hey, we made him famous in 2018. We made him completely famous when we allowed him to beat our whole entire defense for the win. Yes, I will never forget that. And then after that, it was straight to the Super Bowl. Well, not really. They lost to Patriots that in the AFC Championship game. But after that, it was straight to the Super Bowl.
They lost. They straight to AFC Championship and lost to Brady.
Right.
Well, let's get to some more NFL news. We got a big time NFL wide receiver who has requested a trade. And Cravante, I put this on the list because this wide receiver, we talked about him before. We talked about him coming out in the draft. We talked about him this past offseason when there were rumor and innuendo about his connection with your now quarterback, Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick. Brandon Ayuk has requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers, made official about a week ago. Cavante, he's been linked to the Commanders. I mean, we got a little dilemma with the Orioles here. What are you willing to give up for that guy that you need? I mean, you had Brandon Ayuk to the Commanders. What are you seeing happening here? And then your thoughts on the situation.
I like Brandon Ayuk. I like Brandon Ayuk a whole lot. For him to not be the number 1 option or the number 2 option in that offense, and for him to be as productive and not be the top one, the 1 or 2 option, is crazy. Like he is a number 1. He's a number 1 caliber receiver for sure. I absolutely no doubts about it. Now, what I'm willing to give up at this state of the Commanders, I'm not willing to give up much. And you know why? My same concern I have for the past, as long as we've been doing this damn show, the offensive line. I'm not into paying top-notch money to a wide receiver. And the wide receivers are needed. Top guys are needed. But where we at now, we need to build from the inside out. I think giving up draft picks and all that, it's not this is not the time for it. I think maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, when we get the offensive line together and we're like legit contenders, and we probably need one more piece, then we get IU. Because the thing about it is that you get them,
right? Like
you got to pay them.
The interesting part here is John Lynch and Brandon Ayuk have the same agent too. So that's a little bit of an interesting dynamic here going on, right? Like John Lynch,
That's Adam.
And Brandon Ayuk.
On Pat McAfee, I was just showing the Ayuk highlights, trying to just show people how good he is. But go ahead, Fonte.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing. But I don't think we're in a position for him to thrive. We're not there yet. We're too new at what we got going on. And again, I don't think this is the time to give up draft stock, and we have to pay him. We got to pay him top 5 money. And it's not to say that we don't got it, but we trying to build for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be contenders this year. Probably not going to be contenders next year. But I think in the years to come, we can be. I don't think this is the time to give up draft stock and pay a wide receiver top 5 money. And I think Adam Peters is going to play this. He going to downplay this and probably not make a move, because they're probably going to want a 1. The 49ers probably going to want a 1, or a 2 and a play. Like, they're going to want something crazy for IU. They're not just going to let him go, even though the world knows that IU doesn't want to be there. But they're going to want a 1 or 2, and I'm not willing to give up our future when we trying to get our future together. That's my thoughts on it. But the idea of it sounds great. I don't think the money necessarily matches it, because I think they'll have great chemistry. He doesn't seem like a problem guy. I think he'll fit well in our locker room. This is not the time to really be giving nobody no crazy money right now. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Well, Raj, you had a lot of Ravens fans too talking about they wanted Ayuk also. Can't forget the Ravens. You know, we always want a wide receiver, or Ravens fans.
Like, we actually need another wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have him, but we're a run-first team, and we're not paying wide receivers like that. I mean, look how much we paid Rashad Bateman. You think we're going to pay, double the price or triple the price for Brandon Ayuk? I highly doubt it. I'm not sure where he goes. Hopefully he stays with San Francisco.
Hopefully this doesn't happen. I see you, Miss Sharon, peeking around the
Oh,
corner.
yeah,
Yep, I see you.
yeah. I see Miss Sharon back there as well. You know, her sponge behind. You know, one in that Mr. Ayuk as a wide receiver. I see you, but I hope he doesn't go to the Steelers. I hope he stays with San Fran. I think that's a perfect situation for him, especially with him and Debo together. They're the 1-2 punch that Brock Purdy needs. Um, Also, I mean, where else could he go? I mean, maybe
I've heard Patriots,
yeah,
Steelers,
um,
Commanders.
yeah, maybe Commanders. That could be a hot spot for him because you know he has a lot of chemistry with Jaden Daniels. But yeah, I mean, the NFL is so tricky, man. I mean, you got a lot of receivers right now that wants money, a lot of quarterbacks that want money. Your CD Lamb needs a check. Uh, what's his name? The quarterback from Green Bay,
Love.
Jordan Love. He's not playing in any preseason games until he gets a new deal. Dak Prescott, of course, wants a new deal. I mean, Tua, Jamar Chase is looking for another deal.
T. Higgins will be a free
T.
agent.
Higgins definitely wants another. I mean, a lot of people want another deal.
I think we said CD already, but yeah, Micah
So
Parsons.
if I'm Brandon Ayuk, man, I'm just playing this last year with San Fran. I'm a ball out and try to make it on the open market for real. I mean, I get that you want to trade. A lot of people want to get traded, but you're in a great situation right now. You just was in the Super Bowl, came this close from winning the Super Bowl. Go back to your squad, man. Ball out and get that fat payday in the off season, man. That's what I would tell the young brother.
Let us know where you think Brandon Ayuk will go, and will he be a Commander? Will he be a Steeler? Will he be a Patriot? Let us know what you think as well. Yeah, Ricky Parasol is pretty good though. They did draft him, Cravante, so they got receivers on deck either way. Yeah, I remember him in college. Yeah. Let's get to the WNBA. WNBA All-Star Game happened this Saturday. Yes, we watched the WNBA All-Star Game. It was an amazing viewing experience. Big shout out to all the ladies of Team USA and the WNBA. Team WNBA actually defeated Team USA, and I mean, it was fun. The pace was great. They changed uniforms, the intensity, the just overall crowd, the energy, the mic'd up moments, the interviews. Raj, what did you think about the WNBA All Star Game? And I mean, I think we all can agree it is better than the NBA All Star Game, especially with this format, at least for the Olympics. And they will be on hiatus for a month, the WNBA, as they head to Paris, the women's team.
Hey, it was great, man. I didn't get to catch all of it, but I did catch a lot of it. I caught the second half for sure, and the halftime show, which was Pitbull. I love me some Pitbull. But it was cool, man. Definitely better than the NBA All Star Game for sure. They actually played like they wanted to, play each other, and of course, the way they had it, they had Team USA for the women go against to suit the All Stars for the WNBA, and I thought that was a perfect matchup because they needed to be challenged. Team USA women needed to be challenged. And as we can see, they got a lot of work to do. They want to get that gold medal. You already see what's going on with the men's and Olympic play. LeBron James, a 40-year-old man or close to 40, is having to go out there and dominate for them to actually have a chance to win, which is crazy. But yeah, they got spanked. Team USA women got spanked in the All-Star game. Caitlin Clark only had 4 points, but she had 10 assists. Our girl Angel Reese was out there doing her thing, getting her team energized and riled up. And I forgot who that lady's. I can't pronounce her name. Who won the MVP?
Oh, Arike Agumake, the sister.
Yeah. She
34 points.
She had no points in the first half, but in that second half, every time I saw her, she was shooting the ball, and that joint was going in. She did the thing, man. It was a pretty cool game for real though. It was a nice pace. It wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't like 200 you know, to 150, 149 or some crap like that. They was actually out there playing some defense, and like you said, you know, it was just an all in all great weekend for the women's basketball, man. But like I said before, this year has been like a extremely special year for them, an extremely special year because they've been, you know, overlooked. They've been made fun of. They, you know, people saying people not watching them. But this year, this entire season, they have been getting the viewership. They have been getting, you know, a lot of endorsements. People actually sit back and enjoy women's basketball now. Um, the college game translated to the WNBA, which is fantastic. And I believe that didn't they get a new deal?
Yes, so I'm sorry, Miss Shane. Yes, I always get those two confused. Yes, Arike Agumbawale, the Dallas Stars point guard, also in the State Farm commercials, for those who may not know, with the TV that got stolen, she dribbling the ball. But yes, and I always get confused. My apologies. But yes, so they're part of the NBA deal apparently because the NBA owns the WNBA, so they're getting like 200 million. So
okay,
and I think it's up from like 60 million or something like that.
Either way, that's a W. No pun intended. That's a W for the WNBA. It's a W. So, like I said before, man, it's been great to watch. I can't wait till they come back from hiatus, you know, after the Olympics is over with, to see how this plays out. But Aja Wilson, she's fantastic. And a lot of the other women that are doing that thing, that been doing that thing for years, are finally getting a lot of recognition. And it's a great thing for women's sports and in women's basketball.
Cravante, how'd you feel about the WNBA All-Star game? If you did have a chance to catch it, what you think?
I did not get a chance to catch it, but from what I'm hearing, it was as advertised. It seems like it was significantly better than the NBA All-Star game. You know, we have our gripes with that, but it looked like these girls came out there with something to prove. So the crazy thing I seen, I saw part of the game, but what I didn't see part of the game, I saw off the court stuff, which is crazy. I'll talk about it later, but I saw goofy things off the court. But shout out to Angel Reese. Angel Reese, I think she staked her claim, and she had a big part in the WNBA beating Team USA. She's here. She's out there with a fan, or with fans. There you go, the Reese's. I think that's great. The Reese's poster board is crazy. It's amazing. That's amazing. But how can you look at her and say she's the villain? How can you look at her and say she's the villain? She's really of the people. Took her shoes off, y'all.
She changed. She's changing that around, which is a good thing.
She's turning babyface like Trump.
I think that is amazing, and this is doing nothing. This all is so positive for her brand, and who knows? She get a. Does she have Reese's already as a sponsor?
I don't know, but she about to get it.
It should start. It should happen. Reese's, get on it, because this between the boy, it's perfect. It's a perfect name. The play on names and all that.
And who doesn't love Reese's, Cravante? I mean, come on now.
Chocolate, peanut butter.
They're at the Mount Rushmore of chocolate snacks, and don't add me. Okay?
Should we talk about it?
I mean, hey, we can. You know, let us know in the comment section. That's in my top 4.
What's y'all chocolate? What's the chocolate Mount Rushmore chocolate?
Reese's is up there. That's all I'm saying.
Byron said Reese's is up there.
It's in the top 5. It's in the top. What's the Mount Rushmore? Top 5? It's in the top 5.
It's 4. I think it's 4. I think Mount Rushmore.
Well, it's in the top 4. It's in the top 4.
Fair enough.
Okay, Reese's is working.
But yeah, so it looks like, and like you said, Team USA got some work to do, but WNBA they got some girls over there. They got some girls over there, and they're here to prove. They're here to prove why they're here and staking their claim. And I absolutely love seeing it. This is great for the WNBA. This is great for basketball in general. And shout out to the deal, the their TV deal. Revenue's going up, which means them paychecks shouldn't be far behind, huh? So this is all good, all great news from the WNBA camp, and I love to see it. So much over the last year. So much has gone on over the last year, and we've been talking about it back and forth. And you know, some people with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, man, this is good for the game. Damn. Now, I mean, we do need a rivalry, but this is good for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They've been talking about women not getting paid what they should be getting paid. They're on the road, they're on pace, they're on track to getting closer to what they should be paid, and I absolutely love it. So seems like it was a great all-star game, and I'm upset that I missed it.
Yes, it was a great experience. It sucks they don't do it every year for the All-Star game because they have the Olympics on
Who
every
is
year.
that?
But yes,
Who?
your boy.
That was his daughter. It says daddy daughter date. So
I actually didn't know he had a daughter till just now. But I know he
Yeah,
had a son.
I think he got 3 kids. I think
Yeah,
he
he
got
got a couple. Oh, Uncle Shay Shay. But yes, let us know. I know Miss Chocolate Writer, Miss Sharon, our wonderful mind, our wonderful Flex on family member enjoyed the WNBA All Star game. And yes, Hershey's. I don't know if that's in my top 4, but it might. The cookies and cream, maybe, but I don't know about the rest. That's just my.
Hershey's definitely in my top 4.
There you go. You love that chocolate, man.
You know, but never mind.
Yes,
Yes, I
love
do.
that. Yes.
I do.
No bread, no water, just me.
That's right.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's what they always tell me.
Let's get to it. Like I did mention, they will be back in August 15th, I believe, Thursday. They'll be back as well, and they are getting a part of the aforementioned NBA media rights deal because we had some news on that today, which I want to get the official statement from my good friends over at Warner Brother Discovery. You know, if you guys want to send free stuff, we do a watch along for probably your highest rated show outside the NBA on Wednesdays, AEW. But anyway, with that being said, we will go ahead and talk about that as the NBA media rights deal is actually heating up. We actually thought it was a foregone conclusion that they were heading to Amazon Prime, but it looks like the official announcement came out today that they have been offered a match from TNT Sports, Warner Brothers Discovery for Amazon. I got the exact information. I want to pull it up. It is according to TNT Sports, we're proud to have delivered basketball to fans by providing best in-class coverage throughout our 4-decade partnership with the NBA. In an effort to continue our long-standing partnership during both exclusive and non-exclusive negotiation periods, we act in good faith to present strong bids that were fair to both parties. Regrettably, the league notified us of its intention to accept other offers for the games in our current right package, leaving us to proceed under the matching rights provision, which is an integral part of our current agreement and the rights we have paid for it under. We have reviewed the offers and matched one of them. This will allow fans to keep enjoying our unparalleled coverage, including the best live game productions in the industry and our iconic studio show and talent, while building our proven 40-year commitment for many more years. Our matching paperwork was submitted to the league today. We look forward to the executing on our new contract. Raj, I mean, we don't want them to leave TNT, right? I mean, Amazon Prime and NBC, and then possibly, I don't know, all these other streaming networks, man.
Look, I want it back on NBC. I do want that. Okay, we never should have left NBC. We should have stayed on NBC. But TNT, over 40 years of NBA coverage, bro, they should not leave TNT. I'm so glad that they matched it. Hopefully the NBA comes to their senses and like, you know what? They've been with us for 40 years. They've seen it all with us. Let's keep it, keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, Amazon, I'm pretty sure they put up a nice bid for it as well. And it would be cool to see it on Amazon. But they should stick with what they know, stick with the partner that's been good to them. They have one of the best, pre and post game shows in all of TV in NBA history inside the NBA. It's like you don't get any better than that. You just don't get no better than that. And it's like I just cannot see basketball without it being on TNT. I cannot see that. So hopefully they match. No. Hopefully they accept the match. Hopefully they stick with TNT.
That's how much they matched it for, guys.
Yes, 1.8 billion. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hopefully they stick with it. Amazon maybe can do something else. Hopefully they can get maybe a piece of it. But TNT is family, man. ESPN right now is family. ABC is family. And I think NBC is going to stay on, if I'm not mistaken, right, Byron?
Yeah, ABC will be your home for the finals. I think we know that for sure. They're not leaving that.
No, I'm talking about NBC.
I think NBC would still get like certain nights. I'm
Oh,
gonna look up. It was something they had like a proposed schedule, it was rumor, but yeah.
Okay, well, as long as NBC stays on, ABC and ESPN stay on, I'm cool with it. But yeah, keep it on TNT. Don't split up. Those Chuck, Ernie, and Shaq and Kenny. Don't do that. Keep them as they are until they want to leave. And yeah, man, it wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't be right for them to do that if they decide to leave Turner. Turner has been great for the NBA, fantastic for the NBA. He had some of our best moments on there. Remember when Kobe, jumped over the car? Do you remember when they went to Vegas and they sung with Martin and the Martinis? You remember these things?
Yes.
Yes.
Shaq falling over the Christmas tree and stuff like that.
That is the one, bro. Because Shaq played too much. Shaq played entirely too much. But him running, basically tackling that Christmas tree, hilarious.
And talking about Kenny's knees and when he fell this year, and they had the little the stair lift.
And every time when Kenny would go to the board, Shaq try to race him.
Right.
Come on, dog. Shaq busted it. Shaq beat him a couple times. Shaq beat him a couple times, yo.
But yeah, man, it's just so much entertainment for real, bro. It's just so much entertainment. Please don't get rid of that. Keep it on network television. If they gotta go to a streaming platform, put it over on Max from time to time. You can put it on Max. I mean, they've been doing that anyway, so it's like you ain't missing anything. So keep it on TNT. And also, I think this also helps NBA TV, if I'm not mistaken, because they're owned by TNT.
Yeah, I think they were on the verge of possibly being eliminated.
So we don't want that either. I don't want that. I love NBA TV. So please keep everything the same. You're gonna make your money anyway. So just keep it the same.
Apparently, real quick, Cravante, they were going to have a package where ESPN and ABC would be the marquee matchups in the NBA Finals. And then it looks like after the All-Star break, NBC would get the Sunday night marquee matchups, including potentially the All-Star game. I think it's saying Round Ball Rock would come back, the iconic theme. And the prime games, if they went with prime, would be on Thursday night after the NFL season, which TNT does. They do Tuesday during the NFL season. And Prime Video will be the main network for the NBA in-season tournament if they stay with Prime as well. And then the other playoff games would basically be between ESPN, ABC, NBC, and Amazon Prime. So you pretty much have to find it where you can. And yes, there you go. And the WNBA is part of this deal. As I mentioned, they get $200 million. So hopefully that helps. A lot to take in.
That was a lot. But damn all that. Listen, I tell you one thing, Amazon gonna find a way to get this money. They gonna find a way in. If it ain't this one, it's gonna be another opportunity for Amazon to get up in this sports entertainment, because they gonna find a way. Even if it sounds shaky to begin, it's like, you know what, that wasn't bad. Like the broadcast, the NFL broadcast, it's pretty good. Like it's not. I'm not sure what I thought, but it was better than what I thought. Like they gonna find. Look at God, all that.
You see his network. Look at Rod's eyes. Look at Rod. There you go.
Billion with a B. Billion with a B, bruh. 200.
Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.
Yes, they definitely make me hard. Yes, they do. Yes, that billion, that B makes me hard. Yes. Yes, it does. That's not a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Look at how much money he got, man. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And that's after the divorce.
Jesus. So imagine before the divorce. Good God Almighty.
He probably was close to $1 trillion, yo, because he had to give old girl half.
Damn.
But and Prime gonna find their way in, like I'm saying, Prime gonna find their way into the game. But I love TNT,
There you
and
go.
it's not, yeah, Jesus,
They can
Christ.
pay for it right there.
They got it, yo. Ball out. They got it. Ball out. Listen, man, they gonna get up in there, man, because folks be on Prime. Folks be on Prime.
They do.
It definitely has an audience, so you can't go wrong with it. But I just TNT, baby. It's so iconic and so classic, like Raj was saying, man. And they were talking about, Ernie and them, like they going away, like we're not doing this no more. And that's scary to think about, because like that's our last connection to broadcast television. You know what I'm saying? Like ESPN, ABC, you go to other, no, you don't got to watch that on TV, but TNT is like the last thing. Like TNT, if I'm not mistaken, TNT don't have a streaming service, does it?
Nah.
So
they hooked in with HBO Max though.
Got you. But
You got the Max thing, Cravante. You know, the live sports on Max.
Yeah.
With Bleacher Reports, like a joint thing.
I'm so far
behind. It's weird. I know it's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's nostalgic. It's fun. It's entertainment. And again, I'll say this time, I'm blue in the face. Sports used to have its own realm. Sports is entertainment now. Sports is absolutely entertainment, and that's what TNT screams, especially with Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck. Man, that is entertainment. Even if the game wasn't good, they gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least if the Jazz and the Nuggets played and the Nuggets blew out the Jazz, it's like, that was dumb. But Shaq and Chuck gonna get into it about something. Shaq gonna say, "Oh, Jokic is the best big man in the game," and Charles gonna say, "You're big dummy, you're big dummy," and Shaq gonna say, "How many rings you got?" And it's gonna like, "Oh, you know what I'm saying?" Like, we know
we're gonna have his big old cup that says 4 championship rings. How many do you have?
And he gonna get Chuck with that every single time. I don't care if Chuck right. I don't care if the point. If Chuck had a point and he was right, you're not getting past that one. You know what I'm saying? Because even Kenny got a couple rings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's fun, and especially for the folks that grew up with it before Shaq even retired. You know what I'm saying? Inside NBA had a thing, but when they put Shaq on that thing, it blew up. And Shaq put them over the top.
It was already great before Shaq.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But Shaq is like, whoa, we just added Kevin Durant to the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, this is amazing. So I would love so they have matched it. So we're waiting for the acceptance of the match.
I think it was something they call the exclusive window. Since they were already on TNT, they have a window to work out a deal. So I think that window just ended because their wrestling company's doing the same thing. So that's why you're hearing all this news about that. So it probably will go into the next couple of weeks.
It should happen. I'm in agreement with Roger, man. TNT, that they mean a lot. They mean a lot to sports and entertainment. Like, they got an Emmy. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. You know, they don't just hand them out. You know what I'm saying? And this is not like, and it's crazy because it's like, it's not a show. It was like they do halftime. They may do pregame, do halftime, and do endgame. So it's like a unconventional TV show. You know what I'm saying? And for them to not really be, I mean, they're a little extensive in the post game, but they're not a straight show where you get it, yay on for 28 minutes or 58 minutes straight. We get increments of it, and it's all good. It's all good. It's all amazing. So I'm I hope TNT is able to keep it.
Yes, we hope the same as well. We'll keep you guys posted. As mentioned, this information will probably come out in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure we'll know something by the time football starts about where the NBA is going. I'm sure before the actual season of basketball starts. So let us know, where do you want the NBA to go? And if you kept up with all that jargon of where the games will be. We have the Olympics starting this week. We got the opening ceremonies on Friday, but the actual first events will actually start this Wednesday on July 24th. We have men's soccer as early as 9 a.m. on Roger's favorite streaming service, Peacock. And we have a lot of other events starting on that Thursday. We got handball, we got rugby, we got archery, we got women's soccer, we got some also some shooting, male shooting and women's shooting on Friday and Saturday as well. And the open ceremony, as mentioned, will be at 2 p.m. on what is that? On this coming Friday, I believe the 26th. And then on the 27th, which is Saturday, all the big stuff starts: basketball, beach volleyball, boxing, canoeing, cycling, diving, equestrian, fencing, field hockey, all that good fun stuff, as mentioned, water polo, volleyball, table
Curling.
tennis. Yes. Well, that's winter. That's winter.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
What'd you say, Raj?
is that curling?
I love that sport. Listen, I love that sport. I can't wait to the winter. But the winter's every 2.
It's every 4, but it's coming up in. I'll find out.
Yeah, I love curling, man. Wherever it is, wherever they play, it's gonna be cold. But I wouldn't mind watching them go at it.
2026.
Okay, because I know
So,
it's
brother-
usually 2 hours
brother
off
thoughts.
of the summer. 2 years off of the summer.
What it do, brother? Thoughts? What it do?
Hey, what up,
Hey,
man? What it do?
What's up, brother? Thoughts? Yeah, we're working on getting you on the show, good brother. We're gonna get you real soon, but I can't wait to see you at SummerSlam, good brother. Keep up the good work. Make sure y'all show up and follow my boy. Hear these thoughts. But yeah, how you feel about that, Cavante? The Olympics? Anything you're looking forward to? We got Sha'Carri. She's there this year. We got the men's basketball. We got the swimming. Can't forget Katie Ledecky, a Maryland native. We got a lot of things. We got Simone Biles. She's back. We got her back for gymnastics. Can't forget the women's gymnastics. I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head. They got the one kid, I think he's from here, he's like 14. He runs track, I think, from like around there, 16, 15, 16. So what you looking forward to, Grant?
Track is always a fun event to that we look forward to. Just not even that the USA like really compete in it. It's just that's just the overall fun event to watch. And Sha'Carri Richardson seems like she got her head on straight, look like she's back locked in. So it's good to see her, I guess essentially like a fall from grace, and now she's back. And you know what I'm saying? And we already knew what she was capable of. So her putting it back on display is good. Obviously we love basketball. Watching the USA team, and my gosh, this team is wildly stacked. And again, it's proven that just because we're wildly stacked doesn't mean we go run through everybody. They still have to go out there and play the game. Joel Embiid doesn't look great. I don't know what's going on, but and it's probably just a curse. He's probably like cursed now because he's not from USA. So this guy kind of weird. So yeah, that's also a thing. But yeah, track and field basketball. But I like volleyball. I like volleyball personally. I wish I could play it.
The first 2 passes have been made.
God,
And the US
dog.
on the back stretch. Look at Shelly and Fraser Price go.
I ran a video.
Oh
She
my
already
goodness.
video. Hey yo, she.
I'll run in the video. There they go. There they go. Yeah, I'll run in the video.
She walking them down.
Walk them. That's crazy.
There she go.
Like,
There she go.
These folks be out there running, y'all. These folks be running, dog. And it's amazing to see. It's truly amazing to see. So track and field. I like beach. Is it beach volleyball?
Yes, beach volleyball. I believe they have an indoor thing too, but I know it's beach for sure.
So it's fun. It's fun watching those good people compete. But basketball is the big thing. Like we've been saying for a while. We're pretty much in agreement that the internationally they've caught up. They're here. They're giving these the best of the NBA problems, issues. Like they not running through. This not during the days of Jason Kidd, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, where it's like, yeah, we gonna kill whoever. I don't care. We gonna kill whoever step on this court and try to play us. Nah, these folks now they got some talent. They got some crazy talent on the other side, and it's like almost pretty much everybody they play got some talent or some form of NBA talent on that side, and they giving folks work. I don't know if it's because the USA just thinks like they're better, but they gotta prove it. They're like, again, this is not the 90s. This is 2024, and the international basketball players have caught up, and it's showing. Anything less, I think Byron, you said it before. Anything less than gold is crazy. Because that's how you got to get back. You got to get back because they're too stacked. Now the issue is LeBron James still saving folks. That's the issue. LeBron's supposed to be getting rest. You know what I'm saying? At this point, Anthony Edwards and Booker and them supposed to be, out there putting in work. And LeBron still got to save folks. So, it is what it is. But I think is Joel Embiid starting? Or was Anthony Davis starting?
I think Joel Embiid started. I think Anthony Davis is coming off the bench.
I think it probably needs to be vice versa.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, but it probably needs to be vice versa. But yeah, this is the time for Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, and them boys to take off because it's KD on the team, right?
Yeah, he should be back by the time the Olympics start.
Okay.
Yeah, he's practicing with him now, but they was holding him out.
Got you. Because he always hurt. But yeah, so though the young guns need to be, taking the next step, and the vets holding it down. But if LeBron James still got to save y'all in trouble.
Go ahead, Raj.
I'm looking forward to track and field. I want to see what Sha'Carri Richardson does. I'm so glad that 4 years ago she was getting destroyed by the media and by us and a lot of other people because of her tendency of smoking a certain particular plant. But I'm so glad that she's past that now. I'm glad that she's got her life together. I'm glad that she's in this position to represent for the United States, because not only did she overcome all of that goofiness, but she's transcended. And now she's going to be an international star, and she's going to win some gold medals. So I can't wait to see her complete her redemption story. As far as Noah Lyles, we already know what he's going to do. He's going to do it. He's going to make it do what it do. He's going to be flying all up and down that track, and he's going to be destroying his competition. The USA basketball team, I'm a little bit afraid for them. In case LeBron does have to save them, because they have not been looking great. They have been struggling a lot to teams like Germany and South Africa or something on Sunday.
Sudan.
What? It's like, bro, it's like, and no matter who you play, it's like it's always gonna be close. That's what it seems like. And them boys is playing hard, like really hard. So it's gonna be a wild Olympics. As far as what I want to see, besides track and USA basketball, men's and women's, maybe. Oh, of course. Although we don't have any skin in the game, I do want to see the swimming competition, of course. Even though our boy Michael Phelps ain't in it no more. Oh my goodness, who's that? That LeBron?
That's Ant. That's Ant, I think. I think it was Ant. Yeah.
I'm about to say LeBron jumping like that. No.
I mean, he still can jump.
I know he can still jump, but Jesus.
There's Embiid, Cavante. Falling on the ground.
Well, at least he blocked the shot.
That's dangerous.
But yeah, I mean, Other than that, bro, I'm just gonna check in probably from time to time, see what's on. If I enjoy it, if I don't, it's gonna get turned off. But I'm definitely gonna be checking for the USA men's basketball team. Definitely checking for track and field. Definitely gonna be checking for swimming, and maybe soccer, maybe a little bit of soccer. Who knows? But hopefully, I get to see my boy. Get to see our boy. From the flex zone from years back. You know who that is on Peacock. Go and do it. You know what I'm talking about.
Matthews.
Corey.
Big shout out to
Our guy.
Big shout out to Corey.
Hopefully get to see Corey, because he's doing coverage for the Olympics this year on Peacock. So hopefully he'll do a great job. Whatever sport he's covering.
Oh man, that's amazing. We love that guy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, big shout out to Corey and big shout out to LeBron James, the first USA men's basketball players who bear the flag for the USA at the opening ceremonies. So that will be coming up this week. Let us know what you're looking forward to seeing with this wonderful time of year. Yes, the dog days, but we got some stuff to look forward to. And last thing before we get to Cavantes, we had the top 100 athletes of the 2000s. This created a lot of interesting discussion. And we got a poll up. Make sure you vote on it. Who is your number one athlete of the 2000s? So from the year 2000 to now, we had a rankings list of ESPN. I'm going to pull a list up. And at number one, you just mentioned his name, actually, Roger. It was Michael Phelps, probably because of the Olympic success. How do you feel about this list? And who is like your number one or top five or people that you think should be on this list recognized?
Oh, my top five would probably be Michael Phelps, probably number one. He was so dominant when he was swimming. Nobody was, beating him at the Olympics. I know he had his issues off the swimming team, but he was fantastic, man. He was fantastic. He was great. He was the great of the 2000s. So he definitely deserves to be, if not number one, at least top five. Number two probably would have to be Serena, man. Number two would probably be Serena Williams for me. Just because what she's done in tennis, women's tennis, and tennis overall, she was phenomenal. She was great. She was winning tournaments left and right and destroying people left and right. Number three probably would be LeBron, only because he's been doing it since 2003 and he's still going strong today. He's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. This is about to be his third gold medal if they take care of business. And on top of that, man, he's just done everything correctly in his career and in life. And he's a billionaire right now. And and he got his son into the league, definitely. So he got something over Mike and Kobe with that one. He's definitely top three. As far as 4 and 5 goes, I'm not sure who I would pick 4 and 5, but those are my top three. But 4 and 5, I don't know.
Go ahead, Cavante. I'm just rolling down the list. We see a lot of names I didn't even think about sometimes. So how you feel about this, Cavante?
It's an interesting list. Never really thought about it like on the because I guess because the Olympics don't happen as often, it kind of could be forgotten about. But then we bring up people like Michael Phelps was like, yeah, because the dominance and the hardware and the jewelry is heavy, is real heavy. I know that we've seen like the really like iconic picture of him with all of them on. Like I couldn't imagine how much he'd weigh with all that stuff, with all that gold, with all that jewelry on. My guy, 18 already. He played 7 years, 8 years. 8 years, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
It's I just feel like in no particular order, it has to be Michael Phelps, LeBron, Tom Brady, Serena Williams. I feel like those four have to be in there. Tom Brady's been dominated since let me not say dominant since 2000, but he's been winning Super Bowls since 2000. And then he won one in 2020. So he has 20 years plus of great football. LeBron James had a stretch for probably about 10 years where he was the best. He was the best basketball player ever, despite the MVPs or lack of MVPs or whatever. Like, we all knew pretty much LeBron had that type of run in him. And of course, off the court, what he means to the game and his community and all that. Being a billionaire, has his own studio, school, got his son in the league. He's gonna have a second son in the league. He may not be in the league by the time his second son comes, but maybe not. So that's great. Serena Williams has been absolute dominant in the game of tennis, not even just women's tennis, but just the game of tennis. But on the women's side, absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant. Michael Phelps, we already kind of talked about that one. Just his overall dominance in the game. And of course, he's from round. He from round. He from Baltimore, so there's that. Oh, Barry Bonds. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And since we talking about the international side of things, it probably got to go to one of the soccer guys, man. It's just because on the international side, soccer or football is the most popular game sport in the world. Messi.
Yeah, he was number 3, I think. Karate. He was number 3.
I just think you got to throw one of the soccer guys, either Ronaldo, Messi, like one of those guys got to be up in there, just because of the impact that soccer or football has on the world, and those guys being at the top of the game, of the most popular game in the world. I just feel like they have to be up there as well. I'm not well versed in how like championships and all that work, or hardware or MVPs, but they get talked about a lot, and I see a lot of folk wearing their jersey shirts like around. You know what I'm saying? So
yep, very popular.
It's very, very, very popular. So I feel like they got to be up there at some point too.
Yeah, a lot of names. I'm just going down the list. You see names like Ray Lewis and other names, but let us know who you think is Ohtani, already at number 62 as well.
I think Ed Reed was 100, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah, I'm just working my way through. Mbappe at number 65. There's a soccer guy for you, John Jones. Man, if he could have got right, man, he'd be a top 25 guy. John James Harden, really? Okay.
They just put anybody on the list, huh?
I'm just saying. Manny Pacquiao, there you go, Rod, your boy.
Hey,
Sean White, big shout out to him. Mookie Betts, Lisa Leslie. We got more soccer guys.
Where was Floyd? You passed Floyd?
Floyd was like, I'll go back to Floyd.
It was like 30s, I think, 20s or 30s.
Yeah. Got Bernard Hopkins, the great Bernard Hopkins in there. Got Andy Murray, Cheryl Swoops, 81.
There you go, Cheryl Swoops.
Chris Paul, 83. Lauren Jackson, 84. Kawhi, 85. Okay, all right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I know. We just putting up a lot of work holiday.
That was Ronaldo right there.
I think he was further down. I think he was a little further up. Asia Wilson, number 9. There you go. There he is, Rod. Your boy.
Duck is in the 90s. How about that?
Pedro, my other boy. There you go. Mr. Martinez, Rory. Got a lot of soccer guys closing out. Joel Reeves makes it in at number 96. Got cricket guy Connor McDavid. Got Ed Reed, number 99. Right?
99, okay.
And Charles Woodson was number 100. Let me see if I can find Floyd for you, though. But Cavante, you ready to get goofy while we find Floyd for you?
Show.
Let's get goofy, everybody. It's time for Cavante's Goofies of the Week.
Gosh, something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy. Jam. Oh, Jam. Stupid. Just stupid.
Man, I'm looking for this. Oh man, I gotta start saving these things on my Instagram because I saw something crazy in relation to the All-Star game. I was kind of, talking about it earlier. Maybe it was one of the ones I like. It was in regards to Angel Reese, but I gotta find it. But so welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. It's a lot to choose from. I'll obviously get into the politics of it, and I got a little sports, a little politics. So yeah, let me see. I think this might be it. This might be it. Okay, so I'm gonna do sports and politics, and I'm gonna do it pretty much in that order of goofiness. So y'all know I deal with all types of goofiness. I deal with high level, low level, medium level, and all that in between. So any levels of goofiness, I deal with it. This is the fun part because during the dog days of sports, we really have to kind of dig deep for goofies while we're waiting for football to come around the corner. So I have a couple goofies, but this is my first one. It's sports. Like this is what I told y'all. I came across this. I wasn't able to see the game, but I see this this goofiness going on right here. Yep. So, and I was looking for this caption because I read the article about this story and it was goofy, but I wanted to make sure I quote the caption for this lady who got thrown out a WNBA game for trying to get face to face with Angel Reese. Huh, Byron? Close to Angel Reese. Got kicked out. She said she paid she paid $1,200 for the seat, yo. She said she paid $1,200 for the seat. But the goofy part is what comes in. Hopefully I can decipher this because it's kind of crazy, but I quote, this is Ivy K the GOAT, and I quote in her tweet, I paid $1,200 for my seat to think Angel Reese 5 was not going to see my face. Crazy. Angel Reese 5. All my followers, please tag Angel Reese 5. I spent my kids' school money for them to do me this anyway. BITCH. I'm on a side of the star, something like that. And it says Angel Reese, WNBA, hashtag WNBA All-Star, cap. I snuck in, na boo boo, you hoes, better catch something else. It's difficult because you guys gotta try to read it for yourselves. It's quite goofy. Matter of fact, I'm about to send it to you guys now. But trying to decipher that was crazy because what? You out here spending your kids' school money on these WNBA tickets, these WNBA All-Star Game tickets, so you could get close to Angel Reese? Is that what we're talking about? Now, I get it. Angel Reese, polarizing figure. Love to meet her. Love to see her play. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she can become a friend of the pod. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get on. Who knows? Speaking to existence. But $1,200 for your seat and you do something goofy like get thrown out. I'm just saying I paid $200 for a seat. I'm there 12 hours before the game and I'm there 12 hours after the game because I need to see y'all. I need to see this whole thing unfold and I need to see it rolled back up because like that's I need to live in this seat for a little bit. $1,200. You know what I'm saying? All-Star game, all these lady ball players out here putting on for the WNBA. Sounds like a great time. But so why would you do something that would get you thrown out? You know, goddamn, I don't know if you thought because it was the WNBA they ain't have security. You good and crazy. You absolutely good and crazy. They all got security, especially now. They're visible now. And she surely got Jazzy Jeff out not only just her seat, but out the arena. And Angel Reese had the stuck face like, yo, word. Now, mind you, I don't know if this was before or after the Reese's girl when she gave her shoes. I think this might have been afterwards. I think this might be before that one, because I think she still had her shoes on. But there we go. There we go. I hope it plays. Oh, I hope it plays. I hope it plays. Try to talk to Angel Reese. Yep. Wait, it's gonna be a couple guys put their hands on her. Look, watch it.
I'm gonna click on it. Yeah, let me see if I can get the actual. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this. I'm gonna get on the actual X and see if I can get it. But go, come on, I'll pull it back up.
But very goofy. You spend it out, and again, I don't know the validity of this. Like $1,200. I don't know what's real or what's not. $1,200. Her kids' money. Was that she did she say she snuck in at the end? I'm like, what? You can't believe. I can't believe none of this. I don't even know if this was really her. I don't even know. But nonetheless, goofy. Look. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. They about to Jazzy Jeff her. And I don't know. Can y'all look at her feet? Dang, I can't even tell.
Let me see if I can tell. I think I don't know. It's a good question, Kavante. She might have gave the shoes away. Like she walked into the locker room.
Yeah, because I'm not sure at what point. I don't know if it was halftime or at the end of the game. But yeah, she got Jazzy Jeff $1,200 supposedly. So that's goofy number one. Shout out to Angel Reese. You got fans, girl. Welcome to the WNBA. You got fans for real. The young, you got the young variety, the young girls, and you got the goofy ones. So good luck, figuring that out. Also, Raj Byron, I don't know if y'all seen Angel Reese was out with Jaylen Brown not too long ago, and his lady, and Angel Reese was out there. Let me just say that she wasn't hooping either. She was out there for show. You understand what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Moving on to another goofy. It's the politics. I'm not gonna hold you. It's the politics. I feel like we haven't talked about politics this much in quite some time. Because really, yeah. That's the one. That's it right there. I feel like we haven't talked about politics this much since probably Trump was in office, because he was always doing something goofy, and now this one he's involved. He's involved again, but it's a little different. So I'm not gonna say all hell broke loose, but a bombshell happened. President Joseph R. Biden, is stepping down from re-election. Those of y'all that been on the rock, it just happened not too long ago, 24 hours ago, something like that. So he will not be running for a re-election. Now, all hope is not lost for the Democratic Party, because I thought Biden, the way he was deteriorating in front of our eyes, I thought this was the best thing for him, because even if he did win, it was probably a slim chance he'd make it through another 4 years. with, and he just looks like he's not all there. So even when he goes abroad and talk to other leaders, it's like, do you really want to put him out there as our spokesperson? Probably not. And Vice President Harris has now pretty much all but assumed the role of, now she's running for president in the 23rd hour. She's she's officially running for president. Now, the great thing about is that she raised a whole bunch of money in a day. A whole bunch of money. About 80, 81 mil, something like that in a day, which is nothing to sneeze at. Oh boy. I'm not sure about her dancing. I'm not sure about that. Actually, I'm not sure about her politics either, but I'm really not sure about her dancing. But see that, like I said, all hope is not lost with the Democratic Party. Vice President Harris seems to she's gonna get the nomination and run for president. So the Democratic National Convention is about to be lit. It's about to be crazy. Lit. But the goofy thing about all this is the Democratic Party waited to the 23rd hour to be like, yeah, we should probably unplug Biden. We should probably just unplug him. Like, let him finish out his last few months of his term, and that Simpsons. Hey man, the Simpsons, are they gonna get another credit for this? I don't know. I'm telling you, when it was Biden, I would have said, Biden, you ain't got a chance. Now, Kamala, you got the Simpsons on your side. You know what I'm saying? So you might got a chance. But what makes this goofy is that the Democratic Party is very reactive. Said it before, very, very reactive. You knew Sleepy Joe wasn't fit to be no president 2 years ago. You knew that. You knew this. How many times he got to fall over, fall on the bike, doze off, sleep? How many times before y'all figure out, hey, y'all, I don't think it's the guy. I don't think he's good for us, y'all. I don't think he's good for us. Somebody in the back probably said, what about Kamala Harris? Ain't nobody say that either, but I'm just saying, he's not fit. We might have to put her out there, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. It's July, bro. It's election year. It's been an election year all year. So why more than midway through the year, in July, now, you know what? Guys, let's go ahead and unplug them. Let's endorse Harris. Because who told her? Did anybody tell her, like, hey, you up next? So she can even start trying to do the campaign? She's off to a great start. Just think if he'd have said this at the beginning of the year, Kamala Harris probably would have been, if she got $80 million in support of 24 hours, just think if we would have known that she was the nominee in January, or at least running to be the nominee in January. She would be a viable candidate versus Trump, instead of possibly seeing a landslide with Biden. I hope the best for us in this election. And the Democratic Party is playing behind the 8 ball. Absolutely playing behind the 8 ball. And it's their fault. It's their very, very goofy fault for being reactive instead of proactive. Being proactive, you would, if this was going to happen, Kamala Harris should have been, running her campaign this whole time instead of in July. But now we're here, and as Raj said before, this politics, especially this election year, has been completely goofy. And now Trump is back in it, so you know it's going to be entertaining. Those are my goofies. Goofy politics, and of course, sports. with Angel Reese and her and that very goofy fan getting tossed like Jazzy Jeff. It's a lot going on, man. But it's entertainment everywhere. There's a lot of goofiness going on, but it's entertainment everywhere. Sports and politics are now entertainment. Politics are entertainment thanks to Trump. But sports is now officially entertainment, and politics is entertainment. It's all entertainment, and we are going to laugh. Hopefully, we don't cry, and y'all go get out there and vote, man. I hate to be the dead horse, but every election we say this, but this is a pretty important election. So everybody's participation is let's say requested. But y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and all this goofiness between politics and sports is on the wrong end of it. We got to do better.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy. Jam. Oh, Jam. Stupid. Just stupid.
Thank you for those goofies of the week, Cravante. And to answer your question, Floyd was number 25 on the list, Cravante. So cracking the top 25 is Floyd. I know Dre is somewhere. Excited to see his boy on the marquee of the 100 greatest of all time. And that is all we got for you on episode 450. It's crazy. We come into these shows not thinking we have a lot to talk about, and then we're up here for almost 2 hours. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Still make it. We still hitting our mark.
Yes. And speaking of Dre, I do want to mention he will be returning next week, as we are supposed to be joined by a very special guest, a Ravens super fan, and I believe a fellow Cancer like you and Dre, Raj. So we'll be celebrating his birthday this coming week. A very notable name, a very well-known name, especially in the X and Twitter world, and you listen to 105.7 and you're at any of these Ravens events. Probably the number one Ravens super fan. I'll leave it there at that. More details to come. That will be a show you don't want to miss next week. A lot of energy, a lot of discussion. Want to give a big shout out to our guest we had a few weeks ago, Rocco DeSandro. He is elevating as well. Big shout out to Rocco. He's doing big things. I know he has his last day coming up on Wednesday. So we'll stay tuned, see what the brother's cooking up. We'll reach out to him, and we'll have him back soon. I'm sure he'll divulge of what's going on with that as well. So big shout out to him. Did want to mention that as well. And Raj, anything going on this week? I know we got AEW, and then we're on a road to SummerSlam a week from Saturday.
Yeah, man. Like you said, the Olympics start this week. So we have that AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. We get to see Deadpool and Wolverine on Saturday. That should be fun and exciting.
We will be reuniting. I'm back outside on the Marvel tip, so we'll be
first and last Marvel movie of the year. Hopefully it's a banger. It should be. And Comic-Con is this weekend too.
It is.
So we're gonna get some Marvel announcements. You know, it's gonna be a banger weekend for real. It's gonna be a banger time. So a lot of stuff going on. And then the following week, like you said, we got SummerSlam. So it's rounding out, man. It's rounding out. And then after that, preseason football begins. So a lot of stuff going on.
The Hall of Fame game's coming up, Cravante. How you feeling, man? Football's almost here.
Man, it's crazy because I feel like it just ended. And football's always in the news, so it's like football never really ends because there's always something to talk about football. But it being right around the corner, man, you know I'm excited about the Commanders, man. That defense, defense is gonna be fun to watch. Offense is gonna take some time.
It's crazy you said that, Raj. The Hall of Fame game is actually a week from Thursday, the 1st. So not this Thursday.
August 1st. It's August 1st this year. That's crazy. I thought it was like the 5th of August or like 6th.
Yeah, I just Googled it. Yes, I did go Google it. It is the 1st. It's next Thursday. So not this Thursday, next Thursday. So yeah, I think it's Bears Texans, something like that. So we shall see.
That's the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. We'll talk about that probably next week as well. We got SummerSlam. We will be welcoming the return of our good brother Dre, and we have that special illustrious guest you'll learn more about next week as well. And we'll be getting you ready for the biggest party of the summer and get into these previews real soon, probably in August with these divisions, talking about can the Chiefs repeat and every division, breaking down every team, how we see the divisions playing out, and who eventually makes it to the Super Bowl as we inch closer to September 5th, where the Ravens and Chiefs will be playing, and we'll be live after that game, back in with more Ravens post-game shows as well. Executive producer, or senior producer, co-patriarch, holding it down, Cravante, Bebe, Captain of the Goofy Ship and Voice of Reason, and social media producer, the man who makes the streams pristine, Big Rise. Let the people know real quick what to do if they're watching the stream right now.
Hey man, if you're watching the stream right now, you love the content, hit the like and subscribe button on that YouTube channel. It helps out the video, helps out the content, helps push it a little further. So people who haven't seen it, check us out. Hit that like and subscribe button. Come back.
Yeah, check us out. We'll be live Wednesday. SummerSlam previews probably coming as early as maybe this weekend. And all the other content on the channel. Shorts, the Orioles will be back tomorrow in action. We'll see what happens there. And more breaking news as we inch closer to NFL. We'll see what happens with the NBA and the Olympics as well. For Cravante, for Raj, and everybody in the chat, Miss Sharon, the chocolate writer, Mark. Wolf was in here. My boy, hear these thoughts. Can't wait to see you next week, my brother, for the SummerSlam stream as well. Of course, the musical Entourage. I know Miss Queen, she'll be watching at some point to replay when she does. And everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. With nothing without your Flex Zone family. 450 episodes down and plenty more to go. We'll probably hit 500 by next year. So stay on the tune. Stay tuned for that as well. But we're getting out of here. We're putting the kids to bed. Thank you guys for watching. For Raj, Cravante, God's favorite host, signing off. It's Flex Zone Podcast. Only place to give me sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
Throw those ones up. Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1, the Flex Zone Podcast. Get those super chats in. Flex Zone 1 on Cash App and the Flex Zone 1 at gmail.com. That's all I got. We out of here, y'all. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Acknowledge.